Hi and welcome along to Sharkspan TV. Thanks for joining in once again in another episode. I'm super excited today to be here because there's a lot of just news going on, and based on our previous game, also an enjoyable game. But before we go on getting into the thick of it, I just want to say thank you for your support. Thank you for always watching these videos, however many of you are there. This channel is fairly new. We're gonna keep it going. We're gonna keep it growing. There's a new tournament coming in September, and I can't wait for it. So, you know, I'm very appreciative of you guys. Keep on liking, supporting, sharing this video. If you like, commenting. If you're a rugby fan, if you're a Chelsea Sharks fan, this is the place to be because more content coming, and I'll keep you updated on everything that's happening in Chelsea Sharks. So let's dive into it. We're gonna talk about a little bit more today, but I'm gonna make it a bit exciting because I'm also excited. First of all, there is a game that's happening today, Saturday, the last Curry Cup game before the playoffs, semifinals and finals, and we are to make it because we are fairly good in terms of our log position. So we seem to be we'll make it. It's just, are we gonna play home? Are we gonna play away? And we're gonna see later on if we'll make it. And a home semi-final will actually be advantageous. And today's game versus Western Province will have to really push. But before that, let's talk about the previous game, which happened at the Emirates Stadium. Lions and Sharks. We played and we won 56-14. Takir Abraham scoring a hat trick, a hat trick of tries. In fact, in the first half, it was almost 28-0. We were just cutting, we were just cutting this Lions team apart. They had people like, um, what's his name again? We were cutting these people, we were cutting Lions in half. And I enjoyed the game, we made their backline really suffer. We closed the gaps and everything. I think Grant Williams really played nice. Sanele Nohamba came in, scored a try as well. But, wasn't Grant Williams, but Sanele Nohamba scored actually. Um, Sorry for the shaky, this table is not stable. But Takir Abrahams, man, I don't know if you guys saw the game, the way he scored the tries, and the way actually the third try, you will think from that kick, you will think that he's not gonna make it. Someone is coming to tackle him and everything, but he just has this burst of pace, and he's been talking to the Sharks website or the Sharks media in this week, and he says that he's very grateful. He just wanted to play and have fun in rugby. And people in the world of rugby, well, in South African rugby, are starting to actually recognize him. He is compared to, and I said this before, he was compared to Cheslin Colby. The way he just plays, the way he just attacks. He also has a bit of step, he also has that kind of game into game of stepping in and just, but the pace, it's killing. Reminds me of a young Brian Abana. Reminds me of a young Brian Abana, how he had a very heavy burst of pace, and that kind of thing actually is really nice. Our backline is really shining in this tournament, and for me, currently, he's our player of the tournament. I mean, Anthony Forming had really good game as well. We look at people like Tembalani Boli, up front, Kieran Van Furen, great hooker, and Reniel Hugo. Apart from the games that he missed, he was actually stable for us. But Taki Abrams, man, he's played most of the Curry Cup games, and he actually played a bit of when we started, a bit of the Super Rugby Unlocked and the previous Curry Cup. He actually debuted in the previous Curry Cup games. So seeing him grow like this, and he's only young, man, being in the blind side or open side wing, he can actually take it by storm. So people like Subu Nkosi have a very and we this is a right. I can say this is a right protege because he's not a replacement, but is a right protege for Mapimpi. Having Takir Abrams, Mapimpi, Spoon Kosti there, Varnakok. I mean, like, it's gonna be a pacey backline. I'll tell you that right now. And did you know something about Akir Abrams? I just wanted to mention. That's why I'm like, props to this guy. He is a visually impaired um, player. He actually wears contact lenses. He said that to the media that he started wearing contact lenses from young, when he was young in high school, and actually now it's just phased. He doesn't really see it as an obstacle, but as a challenge to step forward. So he's another guy who actually doesn't have brilliant eyesight, but look at how what he can do at a young age. I mean, if he steps up to the international stage, him and Cheslin Colby holding the wings for the next 2-3 years or so. Of course, for him it will go on for quite some a longer time. But Cheslin is over. I mean, in the above his 20s or something like that. But I'm just making this point because someone who played as a visually impaired player as well, he reminded me of the current rugby championship captain for All Blacks, Adri Savia. I don't know if you remember him. In 2019, he was wearing this special goggles that you wear on the game. Hard tackling guy, hard tackling flanker, and is now the captain of the All Blacks. So that means nothing can actually stop you from doing what you are passionate about, and this just plays, or it just stays a statement, being that looking at how the Olympics are going on in Tokyo in the Paralympic stage. So it's about the human side of you, that how you can overcome this small obstacle. And Takir Abrams is showing that as that nothing actually stands in your way if you just have the passion, if you have the the thing to achieve, or the drive to achieve what you want in life. So very big props to Takir Abrams. I like him as a player. Like, he has a really good future. I hope he stays at Sharks. We have to. I mean, off season we are signing people, renewing contracts. Man, we need to renew his contract. I don't know how long he has left, but we need to give him a bumper contract, and that's how Fassi started. Just like that. Imagine our backline. The only people we have to give support, I think it's the center position. People like Marius Lowe aren't really up there. Werner Koch also playing outside center, but you have Lucanio Arm. So I'm gonna mention some few stars that I see that are in the team, and you tell me that we can't actually do it in the URC. We have Lucanio Arm, we have Sbu Nkosi, we have now Takir Abrams. Fassi now is coming into the fold, especially in the international stage. We also have Mapimpi as well. So 5 players there out of 7 that we're looking at. We're like, ooh, these guys are world beaters. These guys, or they have potential to be world beaters. So our backline looks really nice. Apart from the center position, we just have to give one more player there to help Lucanio Arm. Other centers, Werner Koch and everything, they still good. They still good. They can do the job, but we just need a bit of challenge in the center position. So I hope that is the next recruitment when we finish this Currie Cup season. That will be the next recruitment stage for Sean Everett and the team. Yeah. So moving on, just a bit more news is about the board of directors for Sharks. The board of directors has been revamped, and I'm gonna read a bit of statement from the Sharks website, and you can catch almost all of it. I'm pointing this out because of something that has happened for the first time in the Sharks board. Obviously, now the statement says, in terms of shareholding, 51% is now held by MVM Holding, who recently acquired the stakes in the Sharks, with KZN Rugby Union holding 26%, and the remaining 23% held by Supersport. The directors are led by Chairman Mr. Steven Saad, founder and CEO of Aspen Pharmacare in South Africa. It's a JSC listed. So bear with me. I'm just coming to my point. Another board member will have Edward Kotsia. Is an executive director of the board. And then representing MVM Holding, we all know about the lawyer Marco Masotti, who actually was spearheading this takeover for NVM and Rock Nation back last year. And then the other seats are taken by Sean Bryans, Dr. Henry Cresen, CEO of Johnson's Workwear, Nick Johnson. And then the fifth seat is occupied by Dr. Patokushe Zondi. And Dr. Zondi actually is the first CEO, the first female CEO to be in the part of the Sharks board of directors. And it's actually a prop. Just knowing that this month of August is Women Month, and I'm gonna do this to Dr. Zondi. Well done to be part of the Sharks board. He was a former sports science director in the Sports Science Institute in Cape Town, and just a massive congratulations to Dr. Zondi. This is a new era, and I see Sharks also embracing this kind of thing. And I like how our CEO Kotsia is actually leading the Sharks team. Just bring a bit of new flavor in it. The board of directors, off-field decisions and on-field decisions. They've been doing all this, food charity thing that they were doing, and you can see that in their Twitter account and everything. And also now they're making decisions in the board, which will bode well when it comes to on-field decisions. They will make very astute decisions, and something that will lead the Sharks to be one among the best, if not in South Africa, across the URC tournament. And I like how it is, but well done, Dr. Zondi, and we just congratulate you from Sharks Fan TV. We just say that it's a big step that Sharks has taken, and it's a long time coming, I might add. Yeah, last piece of news, second last, is Grant Williams being called up to the Springbok. So after the game, the Springbok game that happened in PE against Argentina, with the Springbok won, our guy, Jaden Hendrickse, actually sustained an injury, and now he can't take part in the rest of the rugby championships. And what it befittingly suited the coaching staff of Springbok to call another Sharks, Grant Williams, the scrum half. Now Grant Williams has been called to the Sharks team, and we had 3 Springbok scrum halves there. Now, apart from Faf de Klerk, we had Sanele Nohamba given his chance in the British and Irish Lions tour. He was released. I believe that he didn't take his chance, and I feel for him because I really want him to succeed. I've seen on socials that Nohamba isn't the best for us and everything. I still believe when he came, when he came to that spot, he was actually shining. He brought some different approach to the scrummer position. He was so pacey, he was so slick, and I want to see it come back. Somehow he dropped even off the pecking order of Sean Everett, and Jaden Hendrickse started the final that we reached, the Currie Cup final. I thought Nohamba would have started that game, but after that, it was just Hendrickse all along. Hendrickse is very good talent. Grant Williams is a very good talent. Now I see Nohamba, if he doesn't take his chance again, or if he doesn't rediscover his form, then we have 2 quality scrum halves, and we don't lack in that positions, and he'll just drop in the pecking order. So Nohamba will be keen. Grant Williams is gone, and I hope Nohamba comes back. But I'm rooting for Grant Williams because this guy, remember my comparison was Hendrickse was so this guy who's very pacey. He takes the ball, kicks it. He takes, like, the game goes with his pace. And then Grant Williams just wants to take a bit of more time to be accurate. And he's increased his speed in the game. Now he can do it naturally. Now he can be involved in the game. Look at how he played in the Lions game, you know, and then look at how he played even the previous game where he scored. You know, so it's something that it's coming natural to him now. It's becoming natural that he can influence the game faster. When he started, he was very, very cautious. He wanted to do it, but it takes his time. You know, especially with the up and unders, he used to take his time. Or when we are mauling and the maul are stopped, but now he can now start pacing, and that was Faf's. Even I remember when Faf started, when I was looking at the Lions teams in the back in 2017. That's how Faf de Klerk started. He was very cautious, and then when he went in the Springbok, something just clicked, and he started being this pace scrum half. So I hope Grant Williams will continue like that. I wish well for not Takira Abrams, for Jaden Hendrickse. Quick recovery, man. We really need you, especially coming to the next season that is just starting next month. Uh, Talking about next season, obviously we'll play the URC, and I will make a video of the URC fixtures and all that, introduce you to a few teams that will meet along the way, but some ground rules that will happen. We'll play 18 games, so we are 16 teams in the tournament. Obviously you're asking how can we play 18 games. We will play 6 games in the local like SA teams. So we'll play home and away against Bulls, Sharks, and Western Province. Stormers, Bulls, Stormers, and Lions. Sorry, I say Sharks. Bulls, Stormers, and Lions will play 2 games each. That will make it 6, and then we'll play 12 games of home or away against the other Northern Hemisphere team. We're talking Munster, Leinster, Zebre, Edinburgh, Dragons from Wales, you know, where this guy plays, this center for Springbok plays. But the tournament will be that extensive, and then we'll go into a quarterfinal, semis, and the finals. And when you reach the quarterfinal, you have a chance to play in the Heineken Cup. Everyone will be eligible, no matter where you will be from, Southern Hemisphere or Northern Hemisphere. So those are just the ground rules. And the reason why I'm bringing this, it's because the fixtures have been announced, and we'll go over them over the next on our next video. The fixtures for Chelsea Sharks have been announced. That will start our home game against Munster on the 25th of September. It will be a late kickoff around 8:30 SA time. But that will be the beginning of our tournament. It will be over there in Ireland. Yeah. So what they've done to cater for the traveling is our first 4 rounds will play in Ireland, Italy, Scotland, and Wales before we fly back in. So there will be a week of a bye week that people traveling, and even if you've been affected by COVID, you have time to recover and name a strong team, something like that. So they put that in measure, but usually they used to play, you used to go away, play, and then you fly back home. So with the travel issues that's happening in the world due to COVID, they've just decided that let's play it in blocks. So they'll play like that, and then we play our home fixtures. Others will come and play against us like that, and we'll look at the fixtures in the next tournament, in the next video. But comment, please comment in the video below how you are excited for the URC. Let me know your excitement. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if you want to go. Well, we are going anyway, but if you're excited for this tournament, so keep it going, guys. Yeah. Last piece of news comes from Jaku Fenter, and Jaku always commenting on our videos, and I'd like to say big props to you, man. Wherever you are, obviously you're one of the biggest fans here, and I appreciate it. And this is why we do this. This is why I do this, just to have a conversation with you, to chat with a fellow rugby fan, a Sharks fan, who's really invested in the team. And I was telling you guys, it doesn't matter whether you started supporting yesterday, last year, 18 years ago, whether you went to the games or whether you just watched them from TV. It doesn't matter. We're all Sharks fans, and all your comments, all your opinions do matter in this platform. So keep it coming, guys. Yeah, but Jack was saying in some news that I'm expecting Warren Whiteley to be announced any day from tomorrow. Warren Whiteley from Lions, coach, up until the end of the Currie Cup season. He might have already departed the Lions too, since they are finished. They finished their season and is getting a new line-out coach from Griquas. So Lions have finished the tournament. They won't make it to the playoffs. We really beat them, man. But they won't make it to the tournament. Them alongside Cheetahs, and yeah, that's the end of their tournament. And Warren Whiteley can depart since Lions are getting a new line-out coach from Griquas. And then he says the Irish attacking coach arrived last Tuesday. We spoke about that in our previous game, that to bring a coach from Ireland. Georgian scrum half coach arrived last Thursday. I believe they're just quarantining because I haven't had or I haven't seen them in the with the team. And then the guys that had COVID. He's talking about the players that had COVID were Reniel Hugo, Werner Koch, Corin Bosch, and Kutam Unu are all returning to training, and we'll see in the starting 15, they've announced at least 3 of those, if not all. And then injured locks, Hiron Andrews is still away, Ruben van Heerden and LaRue Roots. And Hiron Andrews has been injured for quite a long time. I think he only played once in this tournament. And we've missed games. So it just goes to show you, Noche is also back in training. And this is what we're waiting for. Skumbuzo Noche. Do you remember that guy? Remember Skumbuzo Noche? I know you don't remember him. But he missed the Super Rugby Unlocked last season. He played a few of it and then got injured until September this year. And that was really a big blow. Missed his chance for playing in the British and Irish Lions tour. He was a guaranteed choice because when you look at the number 8 position, it was open for anyone, and he could have excelled as well in the Springbok. Look at Lucanio Am. Look at how Apelele Fasi integrated in. Spoon Kosi, when he get his chance, he scored a try. So it just goes to show you, like, our Sharks boys are really, really representing the Springbok, and it was a pity that he couldn't make it to that tournament. But Noche is back in training, very good, and he will be very important going forward. And people like Pepsi Buthelezi will learn a lot from him. And Pepsi has been a really good captain for us. But yeah, Jaku ended up by saying that it just feels like everything is coming together at the right time. Fingers crossed. He said fingers crossed. But yeah, it feels like that. It feels like we're now starting to see Sean Everett's team. And if we can keep our players fit going into the URC, especially the first few games, we will really put a statement out there that South African rugby this is South African rugby, if people like Corin Bosch raise their game, because we do need him still. We know that his form has dipped a bit, and people have come in and really performed, but we still need him, eh? We still need him. Right. Okay, so that's a bit of news, and let's look at the Currie Cup that we're gonna play. The final round of the Currie Cup, Western Province. Well, Sharks versus Western Province is happening at the Shark Tank, and last time we met Western Province, they won by 32-31. Remember, that one was the game that we played in and around that looting period, that unrest, let me call it unrest. And then Teamsville scored the last minute point to win that game, 32-31. But we actually scored 4 tries, they scored 2. So Teamsville really kicked a lot. And yeah, that was the last time we met them. They won. took us down because we were almost leading the log, took us down. And talking about the log, Vodacom Bulls are leading the log, played 11 games and won 7 with 44 points. We played 11 with won 5 with 40 points. And then Tafelaga Griquas are third with 33 points, having won 5 as well. Pumas having won 5 as well with 32 points. Remember, we gave points to Pumas after missing their game due to our players having COVID. Western Province are fifth, having won 5 as well, but a very negative point difference. They have 30 points, so they have to win this game. If they win this game, they'll make themselves in the playoffs. But if they don't, we will have a home semifinal. We have a home semifinal, and we just need even if we don't make it today, we'll still have a home semifinal, and it will look against Griquas. But remember, Griquas beat us in the last game we played. So I want us to win. I don't want us to take this game with any complacency, because Bulls are up there, and that is our meat right there. That we want to when we go, and it looks like we'll go there, or if we go to Loftus, I want us to put on a show, man. I want us to perform than we've ever performed if we're gonna make it to the finals. And I believe we can make it to the finals, second time consecutively, you know. So like I said, looking down at the log table, Cheetahs and Sigma Lions. Lions have finished their tournament, played 12 already with 24 points. Cheetahs are number 6 with 26 points. They just have one more game. Everyone has one more game apart from Lions. So that's why the tournament had ended. So that's the log table, guys. And I hope we can improve. We can catch up with the Lions. I really want our tournament to end on a high and not on disappointment or something like that. Right. Talking about the game, I think the threat guy will still be Teamsville. I think we'll still struggle just containing Teamsville and seeing how he plays this tournament. I just want to see that we have to really contain him. We have to really not make him or not concede so many penalties, because we know he can kick. We know he can kick. So why give him penalties, guys? You know. But yeah, let's look at the starting 15. And before we go that, I wanted to ask a question, and I know it's I wanted to ask a question, so let me ask it. Who do you think is our best scrum half going into the URC tournament? Our best scrum half currently, is it Takir Abrams when he's fit? Is it Grant Williams? Is this Sanele Nohamba? By the looks of it, Nohamba is our third choice because he's fallen down the pecking order. He's fallen down the Springboks pecking order. But so it will look like a quick, a battle between Takir and Grant Williams. But I'm asking you guys, who is your best scrum half? For me, I still have some reservations for Sanele Nohamba. Because he gave me something different when he made his debut. But Takir Abrahams, it was a bit rash. Remember the red card he got against the British and Irish Lions. But he's really excited me. Grant Williams as well. So I'm struggling to find who is the best between the two. But if it's those two, then I'll have to go with Takir Abrams. Why am I saying Takir Abrams? Jaden Hendrickse. Sorry, guys. Jaden Hendrickse. Between Jaden, it's Takir because he's my man of the tournament. But Jaden Hendrickse, Grant Williams, and Sanele Nohamba. Who do you think is your best scrum half for the South Sea Sharks? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Right, so starting 15 for the Sharks against Western Province. And Tutukom Tkunu, Kieran van Vuren, and Kuta Mkunu. Kuta comes back after the COVID. LaRue Roots also is back. Hebrand Krobler, James Fenter, Kreplan Krobler and James Fenter will be our flanks. James Fenter and Henko Fenter will be our flanks. LaRue Roots and Kreplan Krobler will be the second rowers. Then we have Pepsi, our captain, as eighth man. Sanele Nohamba starts in scrum half. Lionel Cronje will continue his number 10 position. Takir Abrahams, Murray Costa will be our Murray Costa and Werner Koch will be our centers, and then Yao Peng is the number 14. Corin Bosch comes in the fullback position. This is the second time. Actually, when he was named in the fullback position, he didn't play that games. I remember Anthony Folming came in for him. He suffered a bit of a last-minute illness. So let me give it to you again. Our props will be Tutuko Mkunu and Kuta Mkunu. Then Kieran Van Furen as hooker. Our second rowers will be LaRue Roots and Repran Krobler. Then James Fenter and Henko Fenter will be the flanks. Pepsi Buthelezi, 8th man. Sanele Nohamba, scrum half. Lionel Cronje, fly half. Lionel Cronje. And then Takir Abrams and Yao Peng will be in the wings. Murray Costa and Werner Koch in the center. And then Corin Bosch as fullback. Replacement will be Dan Yoster, Kwesi Mona, Lawrence and Adrianse, Reniel Hugo, Tembalani Boli, Cameron Wright, Marius Law, and Anthony Folming. Manili Bok is still injured, so players who are not available, we say Fez Mbata is still recovering from a knee injury. Henry Jacobs has a neck injury. Aaron Andrews is a facial fracture, like we mentioned. Jaden Hendrickse is ankle fracture and is undergoing surgery. Ruben van Heerden is recovering from appendix surgery, and Skubuzo Noche had a ruptured patella tendon. His recovery is on track and he is progressing very, very well. That is the update from the Sharks officially, and we just confirmed Jaco's news that these players are back and these players have been injured. So guys, let me know what you guys think about today's game. Let me know if we're gonna kick it off or finish the tournament on a high. Western Province versus Sharks. But I hope you enjoy this video. Keep on liking, commenting. I want to see you guys participating in this. Remember my question between Jaden Hendrickse, Grant Williams, and Sanele Nohamba. Who do you think is the best scrummer for the South Sea Sharks? And let me know if you are excited just for the URC tournament as well. Let's talk South Sea Sharks, guys. But apart from that, enjoy the game, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.